I can see it.
Hello, everyone. I have to read, I think, so bear with me. I have this great opportunity to tell you a little bit about the newlyweds. I feel very honored. Thank you all for being here to help us celebrate. And just so you know, you were hand-picked, everyone, single one of you. My name is Alex, and I'm Melissa's mom. I'm probably the happiest and the proudest person today. I realize that a lot of you have only probably recently met Melissa, and you only know her as an adult. What you don't know is that this is the most relaxed and at peace she has ever been. When I was pregnant with her, and I went to the doctor for the first time, the nurse told me, like, oh my God, this baby will not sit still. We cannot measure her. And then she turned around to me and said, you will have your hands full. And then she told me that she's going to be a girl. And I started crying. And I cried and I cried. I did not want to have a girl. I was a tomboy my whole life. I have 2 older brothers. I did not get along with girls. I have very few girlfriends, if you know me. And I was a lot of trouble for my parents. It wasn't easy being a girl. I did not want to have any girls. But your dad, he was very, very happy. He said, oh, don't worry, this is great. She's gonna be great. It's great to have a girl first. I mean, she's gonna be great. She's gonna help you. She's gonna be a big sister, and oh, she's gonna be wonderful. And you know, I was like, all right, girls are trouble, but I guess she's very wanted and she'll be great. He kept saying she'll be less trouble than a boy because your dad was a lot of trouble. So we're very divided, but little did I know that he'll also be my best friend. My confidant, my travel partner, kitchen helper, and amazing big sister to your little brother. Anyway, your dad would be very proud of the woman you have become. Sorry, everybody. Anyway, all of that was not easy to get to. She was never a bad kid or one to get in trouble. I actually had to think really, really hard of any specific time when you got yourself in any kind of problematic situation. And only 2 came to mind. When you and Abby got a 0 in math. And when you got caught by your aunt for driving your cousin really, really late at night. And where's Kelly? We actually both got in trouble that night.
Yes, you did.
We actually never really talked it out.
Everything's okay.
Okay. I guess you got really lucky when it was decided what traits you got to inherit from your dad. Besides his poor vision and his bad allergies. You only inherited his good traits, like his infectious personality and his ability to make friends with everybody. Like his drive to always be the first, to always be the best, to win at all costs. You walk faster, you tried harder, and you studied more than anyone I know. I mean, you studied and you went through all the steps to improve your A- grade. Who does that? I have to go get her. I have to improve my grade. What's your grade? It's A-. She finished all high schools with A's across the board. At your second grade teacher parent conference, your teacher told me that you were very unique because you were an excellent student, but you were also very popular and very liked by all your classmates. And I guess that's not how it works. You're either in one group or you're in the other. You were in both, and it was different. From the first time I met Nick, I knew that you would be a great friend. And to Melissa, you were quiet, you were smart, you were polite, and always, always willing to offer to help. I loved watching you grow. And become the man that my daughter wants to marry and spend the rest of her life with. You guys have been together for, 9 years now and worked with the majority of the problems a couple should run into. You have the potential to live a fairy tale. And I think you bring the best out in each other. As long as there's trust and communication, I think you guys live the happily ever after. I like you guys. Love you.
That's going to be really hard to follow. I'll change the pace a little bit. If you don't know me, my name is Michael. I'm Melissa's little brother. Well, I got up here and suddenly forgot everything I'm going to say. But thank you all for coming. I know Melissa and Nick said it at first, but it really means a lot that everybody's here. It means a lot to me too, for you guys to support my big sister and the man who has been my brother for the past 10 years. And I want to thank them for putting on this lovely reception. You know, the ceremony was great, all the food, but I especially want to thank them for being brave enough to give me the microphone today, because they have no clue what I'm about to say. Melissa and Nick have been talking about this day for 2 years, a long time. I honestly never thought I was going to come, not because I didn't think they would make it, but because it's just been so long. But it's pretty surreal now that we're here today. Now, I remember seeing the venue before, like right when you guys picked it out, and being in here is wild. But these last few weeks have got me thinking and reminiscing on when you guys first met. And I remember it as clear as day because we were in the car on the way back from, I think, our cousin Michaela's birthday party, actually. We were coming back from Aunt Mary's. Oh, from Peyton's birthday party, sorry, hi Peyton. And Melissa was fresh off the breakup, maybe 3 months out. And in the car, randomly, she puts up and says, you know, I think I need a new boyfriend. And after some careful deliberation of possible candidates with her mom and I, Melissa decided that there was no boy in her grade who she could date. So I said, what about somebody who's not in your grade? And she said, Michael, I don't want anybody younger. Nobody from your grade will be okay. I said, I know some guy that's a year older than you. I met Nick in robotics club. He started when he was a junior, and I started when I was a freshman. I thought he was so cool because he was older than me and he was good with computers. So Melissa asked me 2 questions. She said, do you have a picture of Nick, and is he cute? I said, I don't have a picture of Nick, and I guess he's pretty cute. So the rest of the car ride, we spent trying to find a picture of Nick on social media, which was very, very difficult when Nick was 17. We found 2 pictures of him, only 2. They were family photos on his Facebook. And I swear, the next 3 days I saw Melissa, she was doing one of 2 things. Either doing her homework, which she was very good about, always in bed, or she was zoomed in on Nick's face, trying to decide if he was cute enough to date. And sure enough, after those 3 days, she came up to me and she said, okay, Nick is cute, how are you going to introduce this? I suggested that she just come to robotics club because we were both going to be there. There was going to be a lot of people there, but she said that was too obvious, and she would know, or he would know that something was up. So instead, she wanted me to find out a time that Nick and I had a passing period together, and she would come up and meet us, and I would have to introduce them. Well, Melissa never had a passing period in the same hallway as us. Those of you that went to Lakes, you know that you can have to sprint from one end of the school to the other. Well, I think it was 6th period. I was walking out of physics, and Nick was walking out of his, I think, gov class. And we're going down the stairwell. I asked Nick some random question about robotics that doesn't matter to distract him, and Melissa comes up sprinting behind me and yanks my backpack, and she says, "Hi, I'm Michael's brother, or Michael's sister, Melissa." And Nick, I think he was either disinterested or just confused as to why some random girl was talking to him. And he said, okay, hi. And I don't know what Melissa said after that, because I left to go to my class. And over the next few days, I don't know what he said to him, but they had their first date. And I won't divulge all the details, but I know their date ended by them shaking hands and they would never break up. She made him promise that he would not break up with her, and then they had their first kiss. You guys have both grown so much from that day, both as people and both as a couple, despite having been long distance for your college years, which I think is very impressive. You guys take after my mom in that way. But you have never pushed each other apart, and as you've taken your own paths in life, you have continued to support each other through the best of times and the worst of times, and it has been a joy for, I think, everybody here to watch you guys grow together and love each other even more every single day. And I think the fact that you guys still love each other as much as you do, and your speeches were as sweet as they were, is proof of all the hard work that you've put into nurturing your relationship. And now we all get to celebrate that today. So I'm very happy for you. I remember Melissa starting out as some crappy high schooler that had to wait on her brother to drive her to school. And now she is the superstar that planned the whole wedding for us. With Nick's help. And Nick, I remember you starting out as an older guy who was good at computers, who is now still somebody who's older than me, and still way better at computers than I am. So congratulations to both of you, really. I look forward to all the years to come and being a part of your life even more than I am now, and I love both of you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Josephine, and I'm the maid of honor and the sister of the groom. I've witnessed Nick and Melissa start their relationship in high school, continuing it through long distance in college, and beginning their careers as an engaged couple. I was so sure Nick and Melissa were meant for each other that I had actually written this speech 4 years ago for my public speaking class. I had to write a special occasion speech as my final, so I decided that this was the easiest topic I could write about. But I did revise it a little since then, so here it goes. To start off, Nick, congrats on being able to keep a girl around. We used to joke about this growing up, but you did prove me wrong. But in all seriousness, your hardworking and selfless characteristics will make you a great partner. I know this because when I was 4 years old, was 6, you were trying to include me in on your fun. One way that you did this was by spending hours downloading cool animations onto our very old and bulky computer. One day, you had downloaded a unicorn that would jump across the home screen and occasionally shoot sparkles and rainbows. It was awesome, and you did it all because you knew I would love it. But unfortunately, all those many animations were actually viruses. And the unicorn was the most detrimental. So the computer had to be thrown away, but the point is, Nick would try to make me happy growing up, so I know he would spend forever trying to make you happy, Melissa. Now, Melissa, I've always thought of you as more of a friend than Nick's partner. I've been so lucky to have grown up with you since high school and witnessed your many eras. I'm so thankful that we got even closer after moving to Milwaukee. You're truly the closest thing I've ever had to an older sister. I've always trusted you like a younger sister would, even before your engagement. I know you've always wanted sisters too, and Elizabeth, Vivian, and I are so excited for you to join our group. Oh. You're truly such an amazing person, and I admire all the love and effort you give towards others. You've always been so kind to me, and I know that quality will only make you and Nick stronger in the long run. Anyone could tell how happy you guys make each other. I'm so excited for your marriage and your futures. So let's make a toast to the bride and groom.
Welcome, guys. Hey, everyone. brother and his best man, and it's been an honor to be best man at your wedding. I just want to start off and say thank you guys for taking the time today to make it to Nick and Melissa's wedding. So I just want everybody to give it up for them. Give it up for them. Thank you guys. So Nick and me, we actually go way back. He's been my brother for, as long as I can remember. Nick's always been the older brother, but over time, I am now the bigger brother. In all seriousness, Nick's been a great role model. He's paved the path for me growing up, and Nick's definitely loyal, dependable, and now officially someone else's problem. So good luck. But I'm kidding. You two guys, together you two are amazing. And you've always balanced each other out. And we all are excited to see how you guys conquer the future together. So with that said, let's raise a glass for love, laughter, and Nick being the little brother.
All right, well, let's get a big round of applause.